Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to try to get these tires off of my MJX H12Y that I just bought. I love the way it looks, but I'm going to experiment a little bit, and I got a bunch of tires here. I like these tires. They're wonderful, they look beautiful, but they don't grip as well as I was hoping. So I've got some bigger tires, these here, that came off of, did I buy these? Let's see. Okay, I bought these. I bought these for the 1/10 scale H1. You know, it says 1/10. It's like a large 1/12. Anyway, it's the H15 Wholesome. That's what I bought these for. But I ended up doing something else. I've got these crawler tires. These are actual Mickey Thompson tires. It's probably what I need to put on there. I just don't really want to take these out in the woods, but I may use them. Or I may just put them on when I'm doing stuff indoors, crawling and stuff, you know. These I'm not going to use or even try, but they do have some nice tread on them. Probably grip pretty good, but they're just so small. These came with the MJX 14209, I believe it is. And yeah. And these look like they might be decent grip. They also, these also came with the 14209, which if you'll see, one's a little bit bigger than the other one. I never ran these. These are brand new. I never ran them because when I bought that car, I watched a few videos and they said it ran a certain speed with these, but it ran a couple more miles an hour with the bigger ones. So I put the bigger ones on immediately. But they came with the small ones on there. But anyway, I just want to show you all those. I'm not going to use either one of those. These, the actual tires that came with the truck, I've never even put them on. They probably actually would grip a little bit better than those monster truck tires, but they're smaller, which is okay. But I wanted a little taller tire. And I have these. I bought these also. I bought these when I bought these Mickey Thompsons. I bought these. These are crawler tires. They have decent grip on them, but I don't know. I was scared they weren't very tough. I had to glue them and all. They didn't come glued. So I might try them on there again and see what it looked like. Which I haven't tried anything on these on this Jeep except for what's on there now, the monster tires. I never even, like I said, I never even put the tires that came with it on. It came with no tires at all on them. And also I have these. These are the ones that came on the what is it? The Wholesome X15. Yeah, and these are a good size tire. They're as big as the monster tires. Yeah, and they look like they might have better grip. So I'm not sure what's going to fit on here because I'll show you when I take these tires off. The offset on the back is so far out that that's why these work on there so good. Plus I have spacers in there, the wheel extensions or the hub extensions, whatever they're called. The hex is on there. So I may have to, I'm going to try these. And if they don't stick out far enough, I'm going to do the math. I can get some more extensions that come out a 1/4 inch farther. And if I think those will work, then I'll order those to try with these wheels. Because some of them, like the ones that it came with, the offsets are pretty good. But the wheel mount is way inside on this rim, and it's close to the edge on this one. Just like the monster truck tires, they're way out there like this. That's why they work so well. But anyway, I'm going to try these. Let's see, I'm going to try these. I'm going to take 2 tires off and just check them out. I'm going to try these 2, and I'm going to try these 2. I don't think I'm not going to try the small ones. Okay, let me get around here so I can, actually let me get me some coffee going, and I'll be right. Okay guys, I got my coffee. Well, I've had this coffee. It's a Dunkin' Donuts travel mug. I've had that thing, gosh, probably 10 years or more. I got it when I was on night shift on my job. That's been a while back. Okay, we're working on the bed again today, y'all. Apologize. But I just hadn't felt like messing around in that other room. I've got it cleaned up and all, but it's just got that small table. And I don't know. Just kind of got tired of it. It was like a novelty for a while there. I enjoyed working in there, but then I got tired of it. Okay, we're going to see if we can pull these tires off. I think this is fully charged up. These big tires, I'm going to try them last. I don't know, I might try them first because those are the least likely to fit, these and these, because of the offset so far in there. And I'll show you in just a second when I pull these two tires off what I'm talking about on these. I think I have everything we need to work with. I went and got my little nuts and stuff because you use different ones when you're using the wheel spacers. I don't know if you can see this or not. The wheel spacers there. See how far the hexes, see how big they are, how thick. They're 12 millimeter, which is right about ½ inch, which it makes the tires stick out farther and gives me more clearance for my monster tires, and it looks cooler. But I don't know of what you have to use these screws, these nuts to go through the tire to mount the tires with them. But anyway, if you notice, see how far this is? It's way in there on that side. But the hex is so far out compared to this one, and I don't know if you can tell the difference. That's probably in there almost halfway of the tire on this one, and this one's almost on the outer edge, which makes the tire. That's why I bought these, like, because I knew they would sit out far enough. Well, I hope they would anyway, and they did. They worked pretty good. They drive great and everything. Just I wish I could put bigger ones on there, but I would have to get some longer hexes. These are 12, like I said, 12 millimeter hexes. You can get up to, I think you can get 14, 16, and 18. 18 would stick it out a quarter inch farther than it is now, and that's what I may need to get. I'm just going to stick these on there. I'm not going to bolt them on or anything for now, because I don't think they're clear anyway. See these, let's see if you can tell the difference on these height wise. I don't know if you can tell. Good gracious, they're about a ½ inch taller. These are ½ inch bigger than these, and these are 2 inches wide, 4 inches tall, and these are 2 inches wide and I think 4.5 inches tall. Yeah, something like that. And like I said, these are already bigger than they should be really for this car, but anyway, that's taking away my clearance there. Let's see. Okay, it looks better now that I got them on. Let's see, I'm going to lift up the other side, like put the remote control under there, maybe just make it look like I got the right size on both sides, just to see what I got. Let's see. See, that's not going to be a whole lot of clearance. That, I don't know. See, I don't have much right there. That's why I would need the. That might work if I got a quarter inch more clearance. Let me see if I can turn this around so we can all see from the front view. Oh my goodness, those are big tires. That looks cool. I like that. Anyway, put this under there. It's actually a little taller than it needs to be. I got a lighter over here. I haven't used a lighter in a while. I don't know what that lighter's doing in here. Anyway, let's see. See, that's going to hit there. But just. Yeah, just. Let's put it the other way. The other way, it hits also on the back, but barely. And the back tires, I'm just worried about the height. But if we come out a quarter inch more, that might just barely clear that fender flare. I could always cut the fender flare off or trim it, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, I might. You don't never know. Let's see. Wish I had something else to put on the other tire. I could take the tire off. You know what? I'm going to pause the video and maybe get the other tire. Let me see. Okay, we're recording. Let me get my coffee here again. I'll tell you what, guys. I love not having a job. I hope I don't have to go back to work. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a nightmare. I'm just too tired of work. I worked all my life welding and toting pipe and cutting and beating and hammering and wrenching and, you know, climbing under stuff, on top of stuff, grease, everything. My carpet in there's got grease all in it at the front door from my boots. I do not want to go back to work. That's why I'm begging y'all for subscriptions. If I can get some subscribers, if we ever get to 500 subscribers, I'll buy somebody a car. I'll buy a couple of cars for a couple of different people. Not 2 for 1, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, let me see. I went ahead and got a box of tires out and got all 4 tires. I'm gonna put all 4 of these on, of each size, and we're gonna see what they look like. Okay. And I'm gonna do that with the hexes on there with my extensions, because I'm gonna run them no matter what I run anyway. Get the light tires sticking out. Because I have a couple tires here that are not wide. They're only 1 inch and I didn't bring my tape measure. 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches maybe. I don't even think they're 1.5 inches. Anyway, these two are the same size actually, width, pretty close anyway. Now these are a tiny bit skinnier. Those are supposed to be some really good tires. I don't know. For some reason I've been scared to put them on because I didn't want to tear them up. Yeah. Well, guess what I did? I got all the tires. Oh, I know. I had to go. I put these. I got 2 of these on the Hosum X15 on the back, and then I got some small ones on the front. So I'm gonna have to pause y'all again just for a second. I'm gonna have to go get in. Okay, can y'all see that? I got my drag car. I haven't driven it yet. I got the X1P tires on the front from my MJX, and I got the new tires, these big old giant tires on the back. These are actually for a 1/10 vehicle. This is supposed to be a 1/10 vehicle, but it's not that. I don't know. It's was it 1/11? How's that? It's between 1/10 and 1/12. Anyway, I'm gonna have to take these off. I don't know if this will go in there. Okay, yep. I got all the tires. The cord and the screwdriver works, except for one set, and that's these right here, because the socket won't go in the hole. That's the only set of tires. Those came with the Hosum here. I don't know why they did that. That's messed up, but that's the way it is. Okay, I'm going to have to be careful not to lose my stuff here. Of course, I'm going to have to take the back ones off. Excuse me for sniffling and clearing my throat. I have a runny nose. I don't know why. I've been fighting colds and runny noses here lately. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to try to leave those. I'm just going to move that right there. If I lose them, they're right there on the blanket. Okay. I love this piece of cardboard. I got it with my 43-inch TV. I think it's like 3 or 4 times the thickness of a regular piece of cardboard, so it's almost like a piece of wood. So anytime I need to come in here and work on the bed, I bring that in here as a table. Okay, like I said, we're not going to bolt these on. We're just going to stick them on and see what they look like. I mean, these are directional tires, so I got, even though I'm just trying them, I want to put them on there correctly. Tread all faces. Let's see. Got That's that side. And you know, when I bought these tires, they weren't glued. I had to glue them. Thank goodness, because all of them, they had the tread going the same way on all of them. So that meant 2 of them were wrong. I had to take the tires off. And thank goodness also, the tires came right off, flipped them around, put them right back on. But you have to be careful, mindful of stuff like that when you buy stuff, I suppose. This is my first time messing with stuff like this, y'all. You know, on this channel and stuff, you know. So I'm learning as I go. Trying to show y'all stuff, but at the same time I'm learning. What in the world? Trying to get this tire on here. Let me see. Come on, baby. Okay, I don't know why I didn't want to go on when it was facing the other way. Once again, pardon me. Excuse me for, wow, that looks nice. For, sniffling. And clearing my throat. Get so much coffee down. What y'all think about my Jeep? I put the skulls all over it. I put my skeleton on the inside. He's driving. That's Mario. Mario. That looks pretty good, y'all. I don't know how well y'all can see that. But I think that looks, let's see. I think that looks pretty good. Wow. Okay, just barely touches there. But, well, if it came out a 1/4 inch, it would clear the front ones. The back ones, I'm not sure it'd be very close. If I put the, like I said, if I got the 18mm hexes, which I'm going to order as soon as I get done with this, I'm going to order those. Just finished making a video in there of all my camera filming equipment. I said I was going to come in here and try these tires out, different tires. And like I said, I can put these, I can put whatever back on that hose. And I really don't like that car too much. It's just my preference. It runs great. It's really fast. But I don't know. I guess I'm not that into super fast ones. RC cars. I like these crawlers. So I did not know I was going to like them a lot better. Also better for using in the yard. You know, I don't have to go anywhere to use these crawlers. Let's see, I'm putting, give y'all a side view. Let's see. Try to get it up as close as I can also. I know you can't see past this way, I think. Y'all, wow, that looks even more of a monster truck. I like that. You know what, I'm going to put some of the other tires on just to look at them, let y'all see them too. But I think I'm going to try to go with these. I'm going to, like I said, when I get done with this video, I'm going to go ahead and order those hexes. And hopefully, man, that's going to be close. Hopefully they'll work. I may have to trim these fender wheels on the back. I don't think I'm going to have to trim them on the front. For some reason, the front, they're not as big. They kind of go in, you know, the angle down here. These are straight, pretty much. But we won't know until we get the hexes. Now, I wouldn't do that normally or even recommend putting those long hexes on anything except for crawlers. For me, my preference and all, because this is not going to be flying through the air. Now, I learned that on the Bronco. I did some jumping with it, and I don't know. This thing got some good brakes. I don't know if the brakes were coming on when I did the jumping and released the gas, because they're not supposed to land under power. That supposedly would tear them up too. But or if it was just the fact that it had giant tires and the car's so heavy and it doesn't go very fast. When I did the jump, I broke that gear in the front end on the Bronco, and it's the exact same car except for the body. But the hexes, like I said, they're longer, so it puts pressure on everything. It puts more pressure on everything, in other words, because the tires are out, you know, not holding like it should, as strong as it would be, you know, if the tires are in closer. And like I said, but crawling, you're not going fast, so it shouldn't hurt anything. If I was doing 30 miles an hour or better and jumping and stuff, it would probably cause a lot more damage. But I don't see any reason to not be able to put them on here, because it doesn't go that fast. But anyway, let's see. Oh, I was going to show y'all something. I wanted to show y'all the back. I made this plastic. I've ordered some plastic, just 40 thousandths. I don't know if that's a 32nd. I can't remember the measurements, but it's supposed to be 40 thousandths thick plastic. Came in a 10 by 8 sheet, 2 sheets of it, and I was able to use my shears to cut it, and then I drilled 4 little holes and put, I don't know if I explained this on another video or not, I don't think I did, and I put these zip ties, little tiny zip ties, black zip ties, and folded them underneath so you can't really see much of them. And it looks good. And I put this skull sticker emblem thing on there. And I cut out, drilled a hole so the hex here that sticks out for the spare tire, even though I don't use that, I don't want to take that off unless I have to. Anyway, I slid right over there. It works perfect. And it clears. It doesn't quite touch. I don't know if you can see it moves when I push it down, because it has just a tiny bit of clearance in between, on the back side, between this and the electronic box in there. I'm not sure if that's the receiver. I can't remember now. Anyway, without this on there, I just thought it looked so terrible, because once you take the spare tire off, you can see it all in there. You can see the battery, you can see the wiring, the electronics, everything. It looked terrible to me. And so I put this on there. And I think that looks pretty good. I just ordered a piece of metal. I don't know if I'm going to put it either to replace that or say you can't take these off. Now these skulls, I can't take them off. I have to take the plates off. And you can't just flip the things over because the frame is underneath there. And this one just got 4 little screws that hold the top one on. I can take that one off easily. This one I just clip my zip ties off and put new ones on if I want to put it back on. But I want to mount some stuff on here for cameras and stuff. So I ordered a new piece of metal, about the same thing as something I can cut with my shears once again, like the plastic. Anyway, that way I can switch them out and then put this back on when I'm done, you know, with that particular filming setup or whatever. I think I'm going to keep these tires and rims, but let's see. Okay, now it doesn't want to come off. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to end up, when I get done, and I think that might give us better grip than than these monster truck tires. Which, don't get me wrong, I love my monster truck tires, but hey, it is what it is. I'm going to leave the other ones on my other truck, on the Bronco, and maybe I'll put those, maybe I'll switch them back and forth and put them back on here later. I don't know. But for now, I'm going to go with these giant tires. And you can see the difference between the monster truck tires and these tires. They're, wow, yeah, at least, might be a 1/2 inch, yep. So, and they're the same, pretty much, yeah. Well, they might be a 1/16 of an inch or something thicker. But that, you know, that's nothing really. Anyway, let's try these Wholesome tires on here. See what they look like. These Wholesome tires are the same size as these monster truck tires here. So they'll look the same as far as that, but oh, these are directional tires too. Just realized that. Not that it matters, but I try to remember to do that stuff. Oh, baby. Let's see what we got here. What in the world? This thing don't want to go on there. Okay. Now I'm getting on y'all's nerves probably, but you're getting on my nerves. Okay, there we go. holes in my cardboard now. I don't know why these tires don't want to go on here, y'all. I don't know. They actually don't want to. You know what? They don't want to go on there for some reason. So I'm not going to fight with them. Kind of disappointing because I was going to maybe even use them sometime, but it ain't the size of that hole. It must be this hex. Wow. I ain't gonna mess them up. Yeah, you can tell that for some reason they don't want to go in there. I think I had, must be just a tiny bit difference in the hexes on the Wholesome and these hexes here. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, so we're not going to use them anyway. Like I said, it's kind of disappointing because I thought maybe I might end up using them. Come on now. They got these pins messed up. I just hate to put new ones in there. I got new ones. Okay. Like I said, I don't want to mess the tires and rims up. The heck with them. For some reason I didn't want to go in there just right. Hope I don't have a problem with the rest of these too. No, they're going right on there. I wonder what happened with those Wholesome tires. They've been a pain in the butt. Like I said, anyway, with those are the ones that the socket doesn't want to go in there. Wholesome, if you're listening, you need to do something about your tires. At least on the X15. Alright, let's see if we can turn this over without tires falling off, y'all. Alright, one of them fell off already. Two of them fell off already. Got a flat. That don't look too bad. I'm just used to seeing big tires on here now. Let y'all see that. Yeah, they don't look too bad. Looks better than the tires that came on it, don't it? I think these are crawler tires too. In all reality, those will probably drive better, but one reason why I like these big tires, the monster tires and these, is because they're so wide, they stick out so far, it gives us a lower center of gravity. Because these vehicles, both of these NJXs, the H12Y and the H12P, they're both top heavy and they're easy to turn over. They're what they call, everyone else refers to them as tippy. But that goes away a lot with these tires and with these. So anyway, they look alright. Looks kind of funny. But that's more crawler look, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not doing a whole lot of regular, what I'm going to call official crawling, because I don't have any rocks and stuff out there. I do have bricks, and I did buy, good gracious, about 450 pounds of rocks. I haven't got them all here. The rest of them will be here this week. and I'm gonna go out there and I gotta get out there and get that stuff put up or put down so I can start using the course that I want to make. It's just difficult for me because I can't sleep right. My sleep's been messed up here lately. I'm sleeping in the daytime and staying up at night. It's 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I just can't go to sleep, for some reason. I don't know why. I had it straightened out. I was doing good, and then one night I stayed up too late, or I don't know if it was my fault or just couldn't sleep or what. I can't remember now. A couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm back to being up again at night. I hate it. And then my eyes get to burning and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, that don't look too bad either. Just wanted to see what they were going to look like, you guys. I'm not going to put any tires back on here. I'm going to take these off. Just want to show you all that. They look okay. Let's see if I turn it around this way so y'all can see. Look, the tire came right off. Let's see. Okay. What we got there? Y'all can see that. Yeah. It don't look bad. And it would probably crawl pretty good. That's what everyone else uses. These about the same size tires that I have on there now. Everybody's using their own, whatever choice for rim and tire. But these are actual crawling tires. These are the BF Good. What did I say they were? I can't remember what I told y'all they were. Mickey Thompson's. Yeah, these are some good tires. I think they are anyway. But, and they seem to be, they're squishy and grippy. They're all foamy. They don't have any air. It's all, I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's all foam. It's kind of sticky too. These are probably excellent crawling tires. And I may switch up, put these on the other car, the Bronco, just to try them out. And these here too. I had these on there, I think, but I don't know if I drove them on. They're dirty looking. I must have drove them on something. Okay, so the official word is, we're not going to put anything on here for right now. We're going to leave it naked, tire and rimless. We're going to order the 18 millimeter hexes and put these giant 1/10 scale tires on here. Okay, so we figured that out. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Bored y'all enough. Let's see. That means I can just, I'll still have to use these. Let's see. It means I'll have to drill these darn things out, doesn't it? Yep. That's another thing. When you use these hexes and you have to use these extended nuts, where they go, this part goes through the rim. You have to actually drill the rim hole out, so these will go through there. But that's fine. I've done a bunch of them like that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna clean all these tires and rims up. I got a box over here. I'm gonna throw them all in. And like I said, as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna drink my coffee, turn something on TV, throw all this in the RC room. I guess that's what we're going to call it now, the RC room. And order the hexes. And I guess I'll show you this car again when the hexes get here. Let me see if y'all can see everything. I'm trying to see what y'all can see. See, there's my little guy on the front. There's the guy inside. It's, what I said, his name was Mario. There's the skull on the front, or well, on the top. There's my channel name, RuRC. That's part of my last name, Ruiz. And there's the back of it with the plastic I mounted myself. Now I got another skeleton I made. Put him in there so you can have a co-pilot. That way he don't get lonely. Somebody can navigate for him. Be a little safer. Okay, guys, I love you. Please like and subscribe. I would appreciate a like, but subscribe is so much more important. Like I said, if I get enough subscribers, I'll buy a couple of cars and send them out to a couple of people. Yeah, I mean, a decent car, maybe maybe a, what is that car that I wanted? The Quake. Maybe one of those Quakes. Arma Quakes. I started to get one. I started to get the 16th or the 18th, whatever it was, the Grom, and I started to get the, what is it, the 110th? I think it's the 110th version. They wanted like $269 for that thing. It's 4-wheel drive, 50 miles an hour, 50 plus miles an hour. No, it's 2-wheel drive. The Grom is 4-wheel drive. Anyway, maybe I'll buy one of those or something. I'm not sure. But I can't do it without some subscribers. You know, get my channel monetized, and we can rock and roll then, buddy. And yeah. Anyway, just throwing that out there. Love y'all. God bless you. And have a wonderful evening.